What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Keva'sWorld, and I met Cardi B. Yes, you heard me correctly. Cardi B. Barty. Belcalis Almanzar. I met her. If you follow me on my socials, you may have known that I was in the hospital and I met Cardi B when I was there. Like, what is this? Like, is this real life? I know what you're thinking, hospital, oh my god, what happened? Are you okay? Yes, I'm semi-fine now. I had pneumonia. It was the worst thing in the world. I'd love to tell you about it, but it's just a really long story. I can make a whole nother video on it, but the short version is I thought I had a common cold and I went to the doctor and they told me I had the flu, so they gave me medicine for the flu, but I wasn't getting any better, so I went to the hospital and that's when I found I had pneumonia, and it was the worst. Never get pneumonia. Like, if you can prevent it, never get pneumonia. It sucks. So I was at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and that's where I met Cardi at, and she was on the radio with Ryan Seacrest, but Ryan wasn't there. Like, Ryan, why don't you like roll up in there? We could have took a photo together, but it was just his team. So she was there to be interviewed and also to meet the patients and the staff. So I guess I'll start from the beginning, like how I found out that she was gonna be there and what I was doing. So I had two nurses that were taking care of me, and one of them came in to check my vitals. Like, vitals? I think that's right. I'm trying to think of like Grey's Anatomy talk. Like, vitals, like check to see if I was doing okay and like everything was working right. But she came in and she told me that a celebrity was gonna be at the hospital later on, because this was like earlier. And apparently they don't tell the staff like who the celebrity is gonna be until they like are close to getting there, which is weird, but like, okay, so she didn't know who it was gonna be at the time. And this was the weekend of the Super Bowl, and we were in Atlanta. Like, in case you don't know, that's where the Super Bowl happened. But I was thinking two things. It was either gonna be a football player that I had never heard of, or it was gonna be Adam Levine, because Maroon 5 was performing at the halftime show, which, by the way, I thought the halftime show was pretty good. Like, don't hate on me, but like, everybody hated it. But Adam, I thought you did a good job. So I was freaking out of my head. I was like, oh my god, what if Adam Levine comes to this hospital? That would be crazy. But then I checked back into reality, and I was like, there's no way it could be anybody that famous, but I was wrong. Later on, the nurse came back and she told me that Cardi B is coming to this freaking hospital. And I know I'm saying freaking, I wish I could say something else, but ad friendly, you know. After that, I was just completely shook. Like I said, I didn't think it would be anybody that famous. The nurse told me that Cardi was going to be in the lobby, which is the first floor of the hospital. And one thing about pneumonia is that it makes you super weak. So I couldn't walk or even stand up really without assistance. And just any type of moving was uncomfortable. So my room was on the 5th floor, and pretty much there was no way I'd be able to like get to her without hurting myself. So at that time, we were unsure if it'd be safe for me to go downstairs and meet her. And not to mention I had pneumonia, so like, I'm not trying to get sued by Cardi B because I gave her pneumonia. So the nurse said she would try and see if I could go downstairs, and if not, then she would try to send Cardi my way, which is super nice, but I don't think would have been possible. After that, I'm just praying in my room that I can go downstairs, because Cardi B is down there. Like, what are the odds of that? This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I already feel like crap. I have pneumonia. I feel like my life sucks. I want to go downstairs and meet Cardi B. A few minutes later, my other nurse came in and told me that I could go downstairs and meet Cardi, which I was super happy about. And because I had pneumonia, she told me that I might need to wear a mask, and then also I'd have to ride in a wheelchair. So I did wear a mask downstairs, and the reason I'm not wearing it in the photo is because I took it off. And like, don't like jump on me. I promise I didn't give Cardi B pneumonia. Like, the nurse gave me an option, like, you can wear it or you like don't have to. I wasn't really like too contagious at that point. So like, I promise like I didn't give her anything. When we got downstairs, there were so many people and Cardi was still on the radio. And because I was in the wheelchair, like I was sitting down obviously, and like the people were like blocking my view, and I was like, what if I don't even get to see her like at all? Cardi was in like a different room being interviewed, but there was glass so you could see her. But there were like already fans on the inside, but they weren't patients. Like, they were just people that were there. So I don't really know how that worked, because I guess they were just like the first people downstairs. When the interview was finally done, that's when we could take our photos, and they had a line specifically for patients because she could only be there for a certain amount of time, and they wanted to make sure that she got to all of us before like she got to like the visitors. I was kind of in the back of the line when they started, and they told us that she was going to be there for like 20 more minutes, so I really didn't think I was going to get to her in time. And also she took photos with the people that were like inside before she started with the line. Also, the line wasn't moving slow, but it wasn't necessarily going fast either, and people were like trying to talk to her, and she was joking around. And one thing that she did, she actually stayed longer than what she was supposed to, which is like super awesome of her. When I finally got into the room that she was in, that's when I started gaining hope. Like, okay, like I'm gonna get my photo, I'm gonna meet Cardi B. This is crazy. So I thought of my plan, and I decided I was gonna have her take the photos, and I was gonna have my mom film the video, because like my mom isn't really always the best with devices, so I didn't want like the photo messed up. The next thing that I knew, I was up next, and I wasn't really even looking at Cardi too much, to be honest with you, just because like I was just like, oh my god, like this is not real life. Like this is something that would happen like in a dream for me. Like this stuff doesn't happen to me. So I got pushed up to Cardi in my wheelchair, and when I got up there I said hey, but she didn't say anything because she didn't hear me. And also I think she was talking to somebody else. Like I got rejected by Cardi B. It's so fine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I also held up my phone and said like, can you take the photos? And she didn't hear that either, but she just saw me holding out my phone, so she grabbed it, and then that's when she started taking the photos. She took 3 of them, as you can see, and they're all like literally perfect. Also, just like look at her in her Louis Vuitton, and I'm just next to her in a hospital gown. Like that's like the one thing I don't like about the photos. After she took the photo, she said thank you. You can hear it in the video. And also like the video, I can't stop looking at it because like she's holding my phone, and I'm just like so close to her. It's crazy.
Alright, you want to take one on here? Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
I kind of teared up a little bit like heading back to the room because just pneumonia sucks. Like it just sucks, and like that just made me like really happy. Also, Cardi, I'm just gonna pretend like you're watching this, or even know that I exist, even though we've met before, but thank you for coming to the hospital and meeting all of us. And you don't know how much it meant to me. It really brightened my mood up so much. And like me, like I'm out of the hospital, I'm getting better, but some of those kids are still there, and they're gonna be there for a while, and like they have a whole lot worse than pneumonia. So I can't imagine what you did for them. And just, I know you're a busy person. Like she just literally got done with a concert with Meek Mill, and then she came to the hospital. So like, thank you for taking the time out of your day to do that. It was super awesome, and it meant a lot. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That is how I met Cardi B, and this is gonna be the last time that I talk about it, probably, but like I had to let the YouTube fam know. I gotta let them know on all platforms. And then also a bit of my pneumonia journey. I could make a video on that if you want, but I just feel like it's not gonna be entertaining. It's a really long story. Like it's crap. Like I was sick for 2 weeks, and then I was in the hospital for almost a week. So it's just a really long story. But if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up and share with your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my socials. There's a picture right here, and also in the description down below. And check out the Keva'sWorld website and scan this QR code to get to it, and it's also in the description. And definitely make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.